Hi everyone, welcome back. In our previous tutorial, we did a quick introduction to SCL Language in TIA Portal. In this part, we will move a bit further by writing our SCL program in a function. We will also have a quick overview of the SCL editor interface. Let's get started. Kindly subscribe if you've not done that already, and also press on the notification bell. This way, you'll always be notified whenever I upload new videos. Okay, I have an S7300 station project already opened. And note, you need to get S7300 CPU to get this code working correctly. I click on the device configuration, and this is the setup for the S7300 CPU. Okay, I click on the main OB, and this is the main OB interface. Okay, now let's create our FC. I click on the add block, click on the FC, change the name to SCL underscore test, and we need to change the language to SCL, so I do that one quickly, and then click on OK. Now we have the SCL interface. This section is the declaration section, and then we have the code section right beneath the declaration section. Now you can click on this section to collapse the declaration, and then click this section again to open it up. Great. Now I click on this section, and then we can see that we have the structure of the case statement, and we have the icons right on top that we can make use of, and immediately you point to it, you have a tooltip describing what exactly these things are supposed to do. Okay, I click on this section, and then I comment this section out by using this particular button, and we can see the code is commented out. And if I want to uncomment, I need to select it again and then click on uncomment for it to remove the comment. Great. Now I click on this section. If you need to add a bookmark, you can do just that by highlighting the hole or the section where you want to put the bookmark. But for now, I copy this section so we can add the bookmark to two particular points. Okay, I select the first section and add a bookmark, and then add another bookmark here, and then we can see that I can click, and you can see it can take me there automatically. This feature is very important if you are dealing with a large code, or as you program and your code becomes larger. There are three main sections within the SCL. We have the block header, we have the declaration section, and then we have the code section. These sections come together to form the complete code for your SCL program. Now, if we compare this particular script to the editor, we can see that we have the header section, which is not displayed, but we have the declaration section here, and then we have the code section here too as well. There are also three SCL statements. We have the value assignment statement, which is the most common. Example, let's say we have total count, which is our variable, and we can see we can equate it to count 1 plus count 2, and the total summation of this particular result will be then stored in our total count variable. We have the next, which is our control statement, and which are the if, else if, while, cause, go to, exit, and then return statements. And these are statements that we will use to control our program whilst we develop it. We'll be developing a quick program with direct online, and we will make use of this particular statement. And the final one that we have is the subroutine calls. Now let's move on and then develop our program. I click on the if, and we can see the structure of the if statement. And now add our variables. We will need a start, so I add a start variable. Data type is a bool, and then I need to add a stop, which has a data type of bool as well. And now move to the output, and then add my output variable, which is also a bool. These are the very three variables we need to develop our direct online logic. Okay, so when if the if statement, when the start is pressed, I need to do something. And what do I need to do? I need to turn the output on, and I do this by assigning the output to a true value. So look at the assignment operator, colon, and then equal to. Now move on and then define another if statement for the stop. So when the if stop is pressed, then I need to also turn the output off. So I assign a value false to the output whenever the stop push button is pressed. And now add an end if, and then we see that I need to add a semicolon to terminate my program. Great. And now compile. It has compiled successfully. If we look at this section, we can see 0 warning and 0 errors. I go to the syntax. I have no syntax error. Let me create a syntax error quickly. We can see that we have syntax error on line 5. Now I put back the semicolon, and then the syntax error is clear. You will need this to troubleshoot most or debug most of your code. And now click on the compile again, and then we have the compile. Go to the main OB, and then call our function in the main OB. Now we have our function. I assign the input i0.0 for my start, and then I assign i0.1 for my stop. i0.1. I then assign another output, which is q0.1 for my output. Let me rename it to pump, and then I click on change, and then we can see that the name has changed to pump. Great. And now compile once again. Compilation is successful. I click on the simulator and open the simulator. Okay. And now download the program into the simulator. Select this section and click on load. And I go online. You can see our system is online. I put on the Google. We can see our PLC is in stop mode. I click on the run to start the PLC. And now we can see our logic online. I switch back to the SCL interface. And then I go online at the SCL end. And we can see our code being executed. And I'll click on the start button. And then we can see the output coming on. And now take the start button off. The output still remains on, large. And I'll click on the stop. And then the output goes off as well. Working perfectly. Now let's try and clear this error indicator. Okay, I switch to the main, and then we can observe the simulation here as well, which is also working fine at the OB1. Now let's clear the error. I right click on this section and then re-download the program again. I compile all, both hardware and software, and then I click on the load. I click on load now to send the program back into the simulator. Click on finish, Okay, I go online again, and we can see that the error that we're seeing are off now. Okay, I switch to the OBE one, go online, and then click on the start, and we can see the output is on. I click on the stop, which is working perfectly. Great. In this section, we've learned a little bit of SCL, and we've created a simple function out of it. In the next session, we'll start generating or developing a complex project using the SCL language. See you in the next tutorial. Bye bye.